Hit it. So I'm going to go over the self-assisted Nordic curl. First though, I'm going to go over the setup for this exercise. Typically this exercise is done with a partner or on a GHD apparatus. Usually though at home you don't have access to either of those, a partner or a GHD apparatus. So I've essentially created a block for myself. First thing I've done is overloaded the barbell to something much heavier than my body weight. That's important because you don't want that thing to move as you're hinging against it essentially. The second thing I've done here is then blocked the barbell to stop it from rolling back and forth. Third thing I've done is wrap the bar just for a little bit of comfort. If you have a cushion that you use for like hip thrusts or something like that, you can certainly use that. This is just a towel with a bit of rope wrapped around it to secure it and keep it in place. The fourth thing is a cushion. I'm lucky to have these big gym mats that are very cushiony. You can just use a pillow or something just to have something soft underneath the edge of your knee. So that's your setup, that's the equipment that you're going to need for this. There's other variations out there that you can do, but again, I'm going to go over the self-assisted variation of it. Okay, so self-assisted Nordic curl. So what I've got to do is get my ankles underneath the edge of the bar here. Essentially, I'm going to look to have my Achilles tendon underneath that towel, and then my feet and my legs are hip width apart, okay? From here, we're going to go to a fully extended position so my butt is tight, my core is tight, and I'm nice and tall. I'm going to lean forward, hinging through my knees, and I'm going to catch myself using my arms. Control, 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 lower down, push back up, and come back up. Trying to maintain an extended hip position. If you're cold or your first time doing this, the first few times even, you may find that you end up in a hinged position and then you have to get back into extended. That's fine. Again, it's self-assisted, so I'm using my arms to absorb and catch me, and then I'm using my arms to push away from the ground to come back up. The slower you go, the more challenging it is, the more beneficial it is. On the eccentric motion, the slower I go down, the more my muscles want to fire to pull me back up. It does create a heck of a demand on your hamstrings. It can be very challenging, so at which point you may want to drop faster and push up harder with your arms until you get the movement down, and then you can introduce the tempo work as much as you need to. So there you go, the self-assisted Nordic hamstring curl.